So the plot continues to thicken on this David story, and I've got to be honest with you, I don't think I've ever covered a story that has been so fast moving, has been so crazy, so quickly. The updates are coming through quite literally by the second. I'm scrolling through the David subreddit, and we're seeing updates minute by minute. People are finding new bits of information, new screenshots, a whole bunch of crazy stuff, and I really just can't believe what I'm seeing. I've got another update for you today, which it does seem like the cover-up has begun. It seems like people are actually actively trying to cover up the situation, particularly the Discord, where a number of sordid messages between David, the victim, all these different people that are allegedly talking in this Discord. There's some very damning stuff on that Discord, and it seems like people are actively now trying to purge evidence from the Discords and cover up everything that's been going on. So I'm just going to do a very quick, very brief breakdown of some of the cover-ups that has allegedly been going on and these efforts to delete these comments and these interactions on Discord, okay? This is actually wild. So this is circulating just 4 hours ago in the David subreddit, Discord staff thinking about purging evidence, okay? So this is a comment that says, there's been 1,000 DMs and a bunch of posts, so I just thought I'd clear that up. Staff statement regarding the situation is in announcements. My fault for the double ping. I deleted it by accident. Someone's saying help purge. Group command purge deletes the specified amount of messages from the current channel. And they're basically saying you can type in purge Jonathan 30. It will delete all of those messages in the chat. So they're literally getting to the point they're using prompts and some of these tools on Discord to try and purge and get rid of all the evidence they possibly can. And now people are saying save this image. They're tampering with evidence, which is a crime. And you know what? It's a good point. I'm going to save the image to my document because I'm going to expose David a whole bunch more in a longer video when I get around to it on the main channel. It's actually effed up, okay? They're tampering it with evidence, which is a crime, and I'm specifically talking about David and Celeste messages in that server. People are saying the mods over there are pretty suspicious, to be honest, all right? And then this is one, all right? It's all messed up. People saying they can purge it, but the data will still be on Discord's backend regardless. It doesn't change anything significant apart from them showing that they're potentially trying to hide something. A tad surprising that people think deleting messages means they're entirely gone. You can delete the messages all you want, but it ain't going to work, all right? The cops can subpoena Discord. They can get all of the messages. All of that's going to be archived. You think Discord's really going to be out here letting you guys cover up these crimes, letting you guys permanently delete these things? This ain't no Telegram, all right? This ain't no, what's the other one? Telegram, Signal. This ain't none of that, man. This is Discord. This is a corporate company. This is a billion-dollar company. I wonder who owns Discord. So this comment, it says, someone has archived over 3.6 million messages from the server and web hosted it. So it's good to know there are people out there doing their own backups. I need a link to that 3.5 million messages from the server backed up. We're going to need that. The cops are going to need that too. All right. So people are saying, sweet, download Vencord now, and once they delete the messages and any further messages, it will save it for you and you'll be able to see them still. People saying, surely they're already way too late. The FBI can still access it. This won't do anything. It's time for jail time, all right? Deleting evidence, that's baby behavior. For someone trying to play the big bad artist, he seems like a scared kid, which fits since Arrested Development seems to be his whole thing. Discord, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Celeste's family are going to sue you. They're saying, I hope those mods get jail time too. They aren't just trying to purge stuff with David. It's highly likely they're trying to purge not only their own involvement, but also things that would lead to an additional separate inquiry into their accounts and history and devices. I would argue that any adults in this heavily invested into David that watched all of this unfold are likely connoisseurs of a very, let's call it, particular assortment of videos and pictures of people with birthdays that are low. People like this always somehow manage to find each other and network like crazy, enough to put any social network or friend group to shame in comparison. It's almost comical and hard to find friends in a community when you're just a normal person, trying to make it easy as heck for creeps and weirdos to find their people amongst the vast sea. Either way, they're weirdos. Tampering with evidence is a crime more than being in the streets. All right. And I think this story, this situation has gone far beyond any street activity. Now, this guy Moji that we talked about, this creepy dude that was apparently one of the managers of the Discord server, okay, who had a whole bunch of posts where he seemed to have very weird things to say about young people. Moji, David's Discord server owner and manager on there, has deleted almost 100 pictures in the last 3 hours. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. Media went from 369 to 292. Okay. People saying the police probably already have everything anyways, hopefully, and they can definitely recover it anyway. This literally does nothing except possibly incriminate you even more. This guy Moji's about to be cooked too, by the sounds of it, man. It's not a good look. These are not the sort of people we want on the streets. It's not great. People, quick, someone save the evidence before they delete them. Someone already archived everything and made a post about it in the subreddit. And even if that wasn't the case, it's all still recoverable, okay? I wonder if a lot of the mods are teenagers. It seems they don't understand that what's posted online is online forever, especially when it comes to formal investigations. Everything is recoverable. People saying that seems to be the case. They're teens and in their early 20s, but unfortunately for them, one, they're making themselves look really guilty too, and two, Discord doesn't ever really delete things as they might think. Apparently, tampering with evidence is a felony in California. If they decide to make an example of them, it's at least 3 years. Hopefully they get that and get the book thrown at them for being complicit in child trafficking. Okay, people saying this is like trying to put out a house fire with a syringe full of water. It takes law enforcement only a couple of minutes to pull that stuff back up. Bozo. More like trying to put out a house fire with a bucket of gasoline. He's making it worse. Okay, everybody knows. Pretty sure people already exported the whole Discord chat history and all the pictures and are looking through it to find something to go viral on. Anybody can export the whole Discord history. Deleting stuff, even though it's all recoverable, this just makes David look even more guilty. Okay, if Discord is like any other platform out there, they probably have a data preservation policy in place to aid the authorities if they need it. In other words, this dude is a moron. Okay, it's crazy. All right, this will not work. Discord will be handing over all of the evidence to authorities if they have not already done so. Okay, and there's apparently more proof of admins deleting messages from the server. Okay, people saying I got this this screenshot from one of the admins that Xerxify is the one deleting everything, and this is Xerxify deleting a bunch of messages in the chat. Messaged by all these people. Messaged by deleted user. We were wondering who that is. Messages by Moji. It's not a good look, and it's not going to work. Imagine being this stupid as if Discord just loses access to this expensive-ass data. You're attempting to wipe cops. Cops are going to see this and get access to those logs. This is self-admitted guilt by some staff, in my opinion. You could definitely argue this is destruction of evidence or something. More like obstruction. They're literally deleting evidence, okay? Spoliation is severe and can really F you up in court of law. There's a Wikipedia link to spoliation. People are saying that admins of that Discord are about to get implicated in the crime now too. Spoliation of evidence is the intentional, reckless, negligent withholding, hiding, altering, fabricating, or destroying evidence relevant to a legal proceeding. Historically, it's been referred to as spoilage of evidence. The spoilage inference is a negative evidentiary inference that a trier of fact can draw from a party's destruction of evidence that's relevant to an ongoing or reasonably foreseen criminal proceeding. A finder of fact can review all evidence uncovered in as strong a light as possible against the spoliator in favor of the opposing party. All right, so you guys are spoiling the evidence. This is a crime. This is a crime. You'll be going to prison, okay? Not a good look. This Moji guy, I can't lie. David, definitely going to need to see him behind bars based on everything that we've seen, in my opinion. This Moji guy, might need to throw him behind bars for a little bit too. Hey everyone, I've spoken to Moji directly, voice to voice, and he has no information about the case. Please stop reaching out, because what is it, because he deleted it already? Please stop reaching out to his family. It's wrong and disrespectful. Moji has nothing to do with David or Celeste. He didn't even know about Celeste. A while back, he made a joke in David's server about liking kids, but at that time, Moji was also a minor. He's since moved on with his life. Oh, he's moved on with his life. Oh, okay. He's moved on with his life. And he's currently in a relationship with someone in her 20s. Thanks for specifying the age. The fact you have to do that is a bad look. Moji, boy, come here. Boy, come here. All right, come here. Who's the rapper? Rappers always be saying that, man. Come here. I remember Queso saying, come here. Boy, come here. Come back. Come back. Come back. We're going to need to see what these logs are about. Ain't no moving on with your life, man. Ain't no moving on. Ain't no currently in a relationship with someone in her 20s, man. Come back. We have to talk about these Discord logs, man. Come back. Come here. Let me hear about this. Moji is just a Canadian guy who happened to meet David on Fortnite. He's not a manager. He's not involved in any of this. He says he doesn't even like David. Just leave him alone. Oh, the feds are just going to leave him alone then. The feds are just going to leave Moji alone. Moji, you cooked, my man. Moji, if you watch this, you're in big trouble, homie. You're a bad hombre. All right? You're a bad dude. You're going to have to face some consequences, okay? The D-Do of consequences rarely comes lubed, my friends, okay? He made multiple jokes in 2025, though. Just one of many is below. What's the excuse for that? Oh, I was a minor. I was a minor. No, 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 no. All right. People are saying it was all a troll, but really bad timing. No, sir. How's it fake when he admits it here? Stop D-riding, all right? Feel free to find the Discord archive and see the fake things he deleted himself. We only have 12 months in a year. July the 18th, dog, bro. You are stupid. Who is this person that is defending him? You are him. You sick fuck. You twisted, depraved, subhuman trash. Even if you're not, you're still in the same bracket as him. I feel like ending things just so I stop breathing the same oxygen as you bacterial poop stains. Shit, you said it, not me. Why don't you do me a favor and do it first? Bro, he's moving on with his life. Apparently he's moving on with his life. Who is this fool? Who is this fool defending him? I'm definitely not a kid, people. All right, he responding to people. All right, and he getting downvoted everywhere. People not feeling him. It's all he's posting emoji. There's a second David subreddit. Oh my God, sign me up. Sign me up to the second David subreddit. Let's go. Is this going to be a positive David subreddit? I'm locked in now, man. I'm locked in on the second David subreddit. I've started another subreddit. I'll be digging deep into that in another video. Okay. Hey guys, so I have a full folder on messages and so much more, and Discord been up for the last 3 nights. I'm just saving things. Okay, who is this guy, man? Who is this guy? This is strange. He's got some little beef. He's got some little beef saying, please help me. He needs advice. Whoever this guy is, man. I ain't got no time to read all that, but yeah. Apparently, okay, this is one more thing that I want to show you in light of the fact that there is seemingly evidence being deleted. So this post has been going around, all right? Do you guys know who posted this? Anybody from Inland Empire, San Bernardino, whose name starts with a J and is a female tattoo artist? This plays a huge role in the story. If this story is real, let me know. Now, this is a long post of somebody basically saying that they spoke to David, and David actually gave his thoughts on the scenario. You're not going to believe this one, okay? This one says, so I have a friend who was friends with David, and I was around David because of him. Hang on, let me... Okay. All right, I'm going to have to read it. I'm going to have to test my eyesight on this one, okay? I'll make myself a bit smaller so you can read it at your own pace if you wish, all right? Because I'm such a nice guy. And I'm tiny now. Look how small I am. Anyway, so I have a friend who was friends with David, and I was around David because of him. Heads up, it's a long read. My friend and I found out about the car September the 8th, and my friend contacted David after, and he just responded with, I can't say anything about that because I don't know what's going on. My car was stolen, and I'm talking to the police. That was the last thing David said. As things started to come out online and the ID of the victim, we realized that the body found was the one of his girlfriend, Celeste, the 19-year-old who we met a few times at his after shows, kickbacks, and parties. One thing I can talk about that I'm 100% sure of is that the two Celeste, because I've met them both and I've spoken to them both. One thing about that, looking back, that I find weird is that when they were both in the same room, the older one calls herself CC. If one was there and the other wasn't there, she would call herself Celeste. Now, I wasn't too close to David, but my friend was. He was always invited to events or kickbacks at his place or his shows, at hotels, and he would bring him with me. He was always surrounded by other streamers and TikTokers, Mark's fat ass, and this guy Ben. Now, when he would stream with other people at his place, he would pull Celeste the minor to the side and tell her he was going to stream and she can watch him in the room, so the girl would go hide out. I specifically remember this because it happened during a tattoo party that he threw, and there was a female artist, Jay, who came from the Inland Empire, San Bernardino. I believe, and she actually refused to tattoo minor Celeste because she needed an actual copy of her consent forms, and the minor Celeste was asking for a butterfly behind her neck like CC, and I remember that the artist kept saying no, and David started to get annoyed and told the artist that she'd lost out on clientele, that he was going to bring her, and said that was fine. She just had a policy like this. He had a policy that he likes to follow, like his NDA, and he tried to tell the artist, Jay, that Celeste already had tattoos and she shouldn't worry about it because she's 19. She told David, look, I'm not going to lie, she looks 13. I need the ID. Respect your NDA and respect my policy. He just said okay and pulled Celeste to the side and told her he was going to call his other artist later and that he was going to stream and that she should go to the room and that she can come out when he's done. He kissed her on the forehead, came back to Jay and apologized to her and gave her a side hug. By the way, I was getting tattooed. Cherry blossoms on the inside of my wrist. It's posted on her Instagram with purple nails, and my friend didn't get anything that day, but he did get a Princess Mononoke tattoo on his back by her last tattoo, the last tattoo event that David had in May of last year. When this back and forth was happening, and when he left, I asked her if this was the first time she'd tattooed him, and she said no, and that it was her second time. Her second time there, because last party this fat guy named Mark told her Celeste was a minor, but she wasn't sure if it was true or not. But if so, Jay wanted nothing to do with that stuff, and she didn't understand why the last party she came and that CC girl was getting called a different name. She couldn't remember what it was, but it wasn't Celeste. I tried reaching out to that artist Jay on Instagram to see what happened after the last party. I seen her when my friend got tattooed by her around May of 2024. It was before David's My House Is Not a Home tour, but no reply. And I tried again recently, but noticed she hasn't gotten posted since November of last year, which is scary. I believe the last time that David contacted my friend was when he played a show in San Diego on August the 5th. Also, I'm hearing that the older Celeste is claiming that she never knew or met Celeste, and that's a damn lie, because this is Celeste in the back, and that's her looking annoyed and miserable as usual. When I spoke to her, she always seemed bothered when David's girlfriend was around and she wasn't getting his attention. I don't know, it always seemed like a love triangle, so I thought. Also, I find it weird that there's no information on David's whereabouts now, and he blocked my friend because he sent him a text and it was a green bubble. He does have a family in Texas, and I know that he's from New York City, so maybe he's out there hiding. But let's hope when Celeste gets justice, and the older Celeste needs to be questioned too, because it's crazy odd that she was seen wearing a dead girl's clothes, and she always gave me bad vibes. That is bizarre, and it's very scary. So look, the cover-up has clearly begun. They're purging all the information that they can get off of Reddit. It's a really bad look. It's probably not going to help, to be completely honest with you guys. I don't think this is going to help you. But as we're hearing, apparently this second Celeste, who you might have seen in the other video that I dropped earlier on about there being two Celestes, this makes it even worse. And it sounds like there's a whole bunch of other people who are implicated in this. I don't know whether I want to call it an S-trafficking ring. It's an underworld of nefarious activities. A lot of people seem to be keeping this secret, and this is just bizarre, and it's despicable. So, yeah, we're going to find out what's going on. All those deleted messages ain't going to work, ain't going to help, all right? Anybody that's involved in this situation, you are going down in flames. Good riddance, frankly, but let's see how it all turns out. I'll keep you guys updated. I'll be looking in that second David subreddit, and I'll be keeping abreast of all of the latest updates. So thank you for watching. Thank you for tapping in. Hope you're finding these updates useful, and I'll be back in the next one. I'm out of here. Peace.